Welcome to Passion for the Pastime, where baseball lives 24/7, 365. Catch conversations with beat writers, broadcasters, current and former players of all levels. Now here's your host,
Walter Ika Balsetta. Whoops, I fumbled. I got to get out of here.
Walter Ika Balsetta.
Yo, what's up, everyone? Jesus, that's the first time that I've spoken this morning. Yo, let's start that over. Yo, what is up, everybody? What is up? Welcome to Passion for the Pastime here. Again, I told you guys to set your notifications and whenever the hell I felt like I needed to speak about this Giants team. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me in the YouTube chat. What's up, everybody? Good to see you in here this morning. The Giants blow another one. They waste a Webb Gem from Logan Webb. Currently, I am on, what highway is this? Highway 24. I'm about to go actually through the tunnel, so if I do lose connection, I'll catch you guys on the other side. But what is up, everybody? Good to see you all in here. Giants blow another Webb Gem from Logan Webb. He goes 8 innings, allows only six hits, 7 Ks, which, by the way, hit the over on that. Shame on me for buying down 5.5. I didn't think that he was going to get that many Ks against the Padres. Padres tend to not to tee off on Logan Webb, but they tend to put the ball in play against Logan Webb. At least that's what usually happens. And last time when he faced off against them, I mean, it wasn't a great outing. I think he gave up 5 earned runs, 6 hits, something like that, in San Diego. But he was on fire. He was electric yesterday against the San Diego Padres, and Manny Machado wasn't even a factor. Remember, that was another Walt's wager that I dumped on you guys on the way out yesterday. Walt's wager went over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs with Manny Machado. It wasn't even a factor, and there wasn't a lot of offense. I mean, 1 run, and it happened with the Manfred man. We'll get into that because that just is another thing that pissed me off yesterday. Is the Manfred man is still in full effect in 2025 when this was something that seemed to be temporary for COVID reasons, right? It got introduced in the condensed season to minimize contact, I guess, with players, right? That's what the spirit of it was, and they were just like, no, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and continue to implement this. So, yeah, I'm not a fan of the Manfred man, not whatsoever. Spoiled a beautiful game that was going on. What ended up happening is Padres man, is a little interesting looking at how they went about their ease in the 10th inning, and two outs to both corners for Rockets, gloved by Machado and gloved by Luis Arraez. Man, I mean, there's nothing really you could do. I mean, Gerardo Encarnacion in that last at bat last night. I'm gonna go through the tunnel here, so if I do lose you guys, just let me know. But yeah, I mean, Gerardo Encarnacion hit that rocket to first base. I mean, what can you do? What can you do? He hit it right at somebody. So it's just tough. It's a big league hang with them, as they would say, Krugenkype would say. But man, it's starting to get a little frustrating looking at this offense because we know the pitching is good. We know the pitching is the strong suit of this Giants team. They're just not able to put together offense. I mean, last night was atrocious. I think they had 3 hits going into the 7th inning, something like that. But when they had guys on base, like they worked walks. They were trying to get rallies going here and there, but there just wasn't a lot of consistency, and they left 12 men on base and were 1 for 12 with guys in running position or scoring position rather. 1 for 12. That's not going to get it done. You have to take advantage of those opportunities, the little opportunities. I just noticed that the iPad fell down. The little opportunities that you do have, that you have to capitalize for this Giants offense. They are pressing right now. So what is the solution? Obviously, Gerardo Encarnacion came in yesterday. I thought he had good at-bats. I mean, he couldn't lay off of the off-speed, but that's going to come with more reps. Obviously, not being able to go through the last half of spring training to kind of redefine and or not redefine, to define your strike zone. He's still going to have to go through that. I mean, he was tearing it up in Sacramento, but again, Sacramento and the Pacific Coast League, it is a hitter's park, so you got to take that with a grain of salt. He is going to have to adjust. There is going to be an adjustment period. I don't expect Gerardo Encarnacion just to come back and be this offensive force. And even if he was locked in, I don't know if that's the expectation for Gerardo Encarnacion. Like I said last night, I think that he's somebody that will definitely get the ball or bat on the ball, and that's something that he did with regularity. Last night, they just kept finding gloves. So, what can the Giants offense do moving forward? They're kind of running out of options. It has to be an internal switch that turns on for this Giants team. It has to be Willy Adames. It has to be Matt Chapman. Last night, we saw Lamont Wade Jr. get hit in the hand, which forced Gerardo Encarnacion. So then you look at, who's going to be at first base in the near future. Is it going to be a steady dose of Casey Schmidt? Casey Schmidt also came up with a huge at bat with the bases loaded late in the game and struck out. So, I mean, who's going to be that first base replacement? Do they go with Wilmer Flores? Is that something that they end up doing and exploring, taking him out of the DH spot? I think that it's unlikely that you do that. But again, a lot of these guys that we're talking about have been guys that have been in the lineup. There's no one else that is coming up through the pipeline. There's no one else that is in Sacramento in the minors that can come in here and be an offensive force. So that's what I'm saying, is that the offense needs to flip the switch from within. It has to be Willy Adames, who again just continues to have there at some point, and I'm not saying it's right now. I'm not saying it's right now, and I'm going on my little spiel. Not saying it's right now, but at some point, the the vibes they're not going to be vibing. You know what I mean? It's not going to be. That's an expensive contract to pay for just the vibes. If you're just looking for a clubhouse guy, you know what I mean? Like go get Pablo Sandoval. Isn't he playing in Dubai, or wasn't he playing in New York? You know what I mean? He's a clubhouse guy. You could have got him for half the price. No, I'm just joking. But at some point, the production needs to be there. The production needs to be there for Willy Adames, for Matt Chapman, for all of these guys. Tyler Fitzgerald hit a rocket last night, but it just died in Triples Alley, and that's just the I guess disadvantage of playing at that ballpark offensively. But again, that's not how this team is built. This team is built to pitch and to defend. And last night, they let down their leader. They let down Logan Webb. 8 innings, 6 hits, and no earned runs, 7 Ks. I mean, you can't ask for your ace to go out there and perform any better than he did. It was just the offense just was unable. Again, 1 for 12 with runners in scoring position. And it just seems like it's the same story over and over and over and over. Is there a trade that can bring in an offensive weapon for this Giants team? I don't know if that is the case. And yeah, you guys let me know how you guys are feeling about the Giants going into it, because again, the story of the night, story of this morning is that the Webb Gem was wasted. And off the top of my head, I think that the Giants have only won 2 games. Actually, I think it's 3 games. I think they won 3 games against the NL West. 2 against the Rockies and 1 against the Diamondbacks, right? Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. But yeah, what's up? Rocket New Era. I wonder if I can pop these things up. I don't know if I can pop it up. Oh, yeah, there we go. Hey-o! What's up, Rocket New Era? Whoa, it's Walter again. Yeah, man, what's up, man? I'm in traffic right now. I don't know if you guys can tell where I am in the background. You guys can't even. You can only see the sky. But yeah, just going back to the NL West, right? And this is why, last night we were talking about, if this team wants to be anything, if this is a defining moment of the season, or if there can be a defining moment of the season, it's this stretch here. It's when they take on the Padres. It's when they take on the Braves. It's when they take on the Rockies, the Dodgers. You got the Diamondbacks when the calendar switches over to July. So, I mean, this is the stretch of games where the Giants need to put up or shut up. And last night, again, when the offense needed to get going, they needed 2 runs. They needed 2 runs. So, my goodness, yeah, Webb caned again. Dude, it was so it is frustrating, Rockin'. Let's see what you got here. Last night was frustrating. I was at the game, 12 men left on base. Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's a bad look. But, I mean, that's something that we are expecting. It's something that we know from this Giants offense. So what can change? And especially right now, because I feel like this is crunch time. I mean, we're talking about games, what is it today? June 3rd. This isn't make or break of a season by any stretch. But things got to get going against the National League West. That's why I'm pressing on this series. And I was riffing with Greg Silver and Greg Papa last night or yesterday during the show, and I said, because we're going out to the patio on Thursday. If you guys are going out to the game, come by and say hello. We'll probably do a little version of this at the patio, and have some maybe cameos with my guy Greg Silver and Greg Papa at some point as we drink our bloodies. But yeah, so I was riffing when talking about going to the ballpark on Thursday, and I just told them, I said, are we going to be fighting off a sweep when we get to the ballpark? Again, I'm riffing. I feel like the Giants can edge out a game, and that's ultimately what Silver said. But I mean, dude, if you can't score against the Padres, I mean, lower level pitching, tonight they have a guy that's only pitched 4 games. I forget his name, but they have a guy that's really fresh in the gills. And I guarantee you, he'll go like 5 strong. You know what I mean? So that's just what you can expect from the Giants team, the Giants offense, rather, at this point in the season. But yeah, man, I mean, it's just really concerning when you're looking at this Giants team and you're looking at how they have competed against the National League West. They have benefited from not seeing the National League West as much as they usually do at the beginning of the season. That's why we're sitting, 6 games above 500 currently right now. They've played the National League West a handful of times. They've played the Rockies 3 times. They won 2 out of 3. They played the Diamondbacks 3 times, right? And they lost 2 out of 3. And then they played the Padres. They played the Padres twice and got swept in San Diego. So again, it's just not it's not a great formula if you want to have playoff aspirations. And I mean, I know, we continue to talk about the NL West, and it's within striking distance. It won't be for very long. It won't be through this stretch if the Giants do not get things going and get it going quickly, because they have these next 3 games against the Padres. I think that it is vital that this Giants team gets some W's on the board. I think that goes without saying, especially against the team that is in front of them. But what is up, everybody? Good to see you all in here. Webb got caned again. Derek would say patio. Yeah, you would most definitely. Lori Galvin, what's up, Lori? Good to see you in here. My Matos wasn't there. Someone else should have been sent down, just my opinion. Yeah, something that we kind of touched on last night. It makes sense for the optics, just because, just getting into that really quickly. I am at the toll plaza, by the way. I don't know if you guys can see all these cars. We're in a standstill, and I got about 46% on my iPad, so I think we're chilling. And I got about probably 35 minutes left in my commute to Daly City. So You could expect me to do some of these when I do drive in to the city, not San Francisco, the Daily City studios. So yeah, remember to set your notifications, hit the like button if you are liking what you're hearing. What is up, Wes? Good to see you in here. Bases loaded, rocking new era. Bases loaded with no outs and not able to score a single run was a gut wrenching. Yeah, dude, you're telling me. I mean, I was just. I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised in the least. To say the least, man. I was not surprised. Early morning wall. Yeah, dude. I'm just, like I said, you got to set the notifications. I'm going to be doing these whenever I feel the need. I got to talk some Giants baseball, get something off my chest. That's what I'm going to be doing here in this new iteration. Not going to be every day, guys. I'm just trying to get it ramped up again. Let you guys know that I'm out here. Let everyone know that the Passion for the Pastime is back. I won't be doing anything tomorrow, but we will be doing something on Thursday and potentially over the weekend. So you guys remember to set your notifications and be on the lookout for content from Passion for the Pastime as we talk about this Giants team going down this stretch, this gauntlet of a homestand, if you will, against the Padres and against the Braves. It's really a big week for the Giants if they want to continue down the path of being a contender, a force in the National League, 100%, especially with the division games, these teams in front of you, and these teams that project to be better than you, right? And that's the Dodgers, that's the Padres, and that's the Diamondbacks. You have to compete against them. You have to come, and they've played good teams in the past, right? It didn't look good against the Tigers, but they played the Phillies early in the season. They played the Yankees early in the season, and they held their own. They actually looked pretty good at that point. But this is a different iteration. That's kind of the thing about baseball is that it goes through different chapters, right? And this is the chapter of the offense being non-existent. So how do the Giants weather this storm? Obviously, the answer is you pitch like hell, you defend like hell. They did that last night. They still were unable to pull out a game because they were unable to score. You can't win if you can't score. You could pitch as much as you want. You can defend as much as you want. You can hit the fundamentals as much as you want. If you can't score a damn run, if you can't come across home plate, there's no way that you can win. There's no way that you can win in baseball. So really quickly, going back to Lori's question about Luis Matos, I'm with you, Lori. I wanted to see more of Luis Matos, and we probably will at one point or another as we go down the stretch of this season. Obviously, we're only in June, so we'll probably see him at some point. The one thing is that it makes sense, right? Lamont Wade Jr., he has not been producing offensively, but he is a left-handed bat. He does give a different look. But then on the other side, it's like, well, if he's a left-handed bat and he's a zero in the lineup and he's not doing anything, wouldn't you rather have someone else? Yes, that is a very valid point. But I'm just saying, looking at Luis Matos and where he is in the developmental process, he doesn't benefit. He's not one of those guys that's like a Lamont Wade Jr., that's like a Wilmer Flores. He's not one of those guys that right now, because he's 23 years old, he's not one of those guys that you can just plug in there and get him a AB here and there. He needs to play every day. He needs to get everyday at bats. He needs to establish his strike zone. He doesn't have the experience to stay fresh, to stay ready, to know what it's like to be a bench bat. He's not that. He's not at that point in his career. He's 23 years old, to where he's played every day, every single day of his life, of his professional career, to where now you're asking him to do something that he hasn't been able to do. So the fact that he's going back to Sacramento, it doesn't shock me in the least. Also, when you look at the positional, the comparison, I guess, is Gerard Encarnacion can play the outfield. So, he can definitely slot in there where Luis Matos is on the roster. So it makes sense. I don't like it either, I would rather see Luis Matos than Lamont Wade Jr. And maybe there's going to be something else come through the pipeline. Maybe we do see Luis Matos come through at some point, depending on what the severity is of the hand injury. I know that Bob Melvin said last night that it's a day-to-day injury. The X-rays came back negative, so there's not an IL stint to be expected. But you never know; something can linger, and it could end up finding something a little bit later down the line, or he re-aggravates it. Then he ends up on the IL, and then we see Luis Matos. He'll be back. He'll be back. He's not gone, to say the least. But yeah, I mean, the initial move, were we shocked? A little bit, but it wasn't mind blowing. Like, was it shocking? Yes. Was it mind blowing? Not necessarily, because again, you want to have the lefty righty matchups and make it harder, not only on starters to get a different look, but you want to make it harder on the manager to manage the bullpen, right? Because if you just have loaded up righties, you don't have to think about how you deploy your bullpens as it goes to that. So just looking at the roster construction from that perspective, I think that's why it makes sense in Luis Matos. And again, you want to get him everyday ABs. DFAing Lamont Wade Jr. and having him end up in Sacramento, I don't think it benefits anybody in 2024, 2025, or beyond. And I feel like this type of move with Luis Matos and getting him up in Sacramento, getting them everyday ABs, it makes sense. It makes 100% sense. But what is up, everybody? Good to see you. Yeah, Encarnacion bat looked rusty AF. Yeah, it definitely did, Rockin'. I think that he got solid contact on a couple balls. But yeah, his strike zone is off. Laying off of the off-speed pitches, dude. I think it was his first. No, I think it was his second at bat. Might have been his first at bat. I think it was his second at bat, because I don't think I saw his first at bat when he grounded out. His second at bat, it was just slider. It was off-speed pitch. I forget what it was, but it was the same one in the same spot of the strike zone, and he was just off last night. But again, you can't expect him to come in here and light the world on fire after just having a rehab. He has to reestablish his strike zone. How long is that going to take? You hope that it doesn't take too long, because we know that the Giants need every little bit of support offensively. So it's going to be really interesting here. Let's go through these. I can go through these comments now that I'm in the toll plaza traffic. Let's see what else we got going on here. What's up, everybody? Good to see you all in here. I almost tossed my Ghirardelli Sunday out of frustration. No, what moment was that? Was that? What were we talking about there? Let's see. Oh, bases loaded with no outs. Yeah, dude, don't waste a good Sunday. What's wrong? What's wrong with you, Rockin'? Don't do that. I know you said almost, but that wouldn't even cross my mind, dude. Myself, I'm like a stress eater, so if I had a Sunday and I was watching this unfold, I'd probably like eat more and just stuff my mouth, stuff my hole to continue. So I'm not yelling, curse words with children all around. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. 415 West, we need a whole new approach to games. Bomel, wake up behind the wheel, my guy. Yeah, no, I'm awake behind the wheel. Bomel, yeah. It's really interesting, because I believe I spoke with Derek before the season started, and obviously Derek Papa, you guys know who he is. We were talking, and I mean, he posed a really interesting point to where, is this a decision year on Bob Melvin? At the time, I didn't believe so, because I feel like Bob Melvin is the perfect guy to get you through this stretch of your franchise, to where you're developing young players, you're instilling confidence in them. But man, I don't know what else Bob Melvin is expected to do, Wes. I don't know what else he's expected to do. It's the offense that isn't producing. He can go out there, he can shake up the offense, he can yell, he can get tossed out of games, he can try to get them fired up. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's the biggest thing in sports, right? I mean, when the team loses, right, it's the manager, it's the coach. When the team wins, it's the players and the quarterback and all that kind of. That's just the way that sports go. I don't know what else Bob Melvin can do at this point. I mean, last night, look, and I don't know, Wes, if you were down with how the Giants went about that 10th inning. They laid down a bunt. It was a beautiful bunt. They got the guy to third base. I forget who was on base. I think it was Christian Koss. I can't remember exactly. But whoever was on second, they bunted him over to the third. And they had 2 shots at it. I mean, that should be simple, right? I mean, that's textbook. That is textbook baseball right there. You bunt them over, you hit a sac fly, you hit it deep enough, and the Giants weren't able to do that. I thought, thinking about it, I was just like, okay, why are we going for a tie right now? Why aren't we going for the throat, going for the win? But then also you look back, this team hasn't been able to score runs. They have to try to score runs. They have to have some type of positive momentum. And then seeing how the game ended and just having the shot of the dugout with Elliot Ramos and with Matt Chad, like, man, like they just look like they are going through it. They are going through it. So again, I mean, what else is Bob Melvin supposed to do in that situation? He knows that this offense has been pressing, and he was trying to squeeze across 1 run. It was literally gifted to you. The Manfred Man, what I hate about baseball right now, I still hate it, but they were gifted a run. They could have done exactly the same thing that the Padres did, and they failed to capitalize on that. I don't think you put that on Bob Melvin. And I actually, in frustration, I was like, why are you going for the tie? You're the home team. Why are you going for the tie? But also knowing the grand scheme of things and knowing the situation and knowing the offense and where they are, I'm okay with the move. I'm okay with trying to squeeze across a gimme run. But now that they weren't able to do that, I mean, did it set them back even further? do they have a little less confidence this morning, waking up this morning, because they weren't able to get the Manfred Man home last night? I don't know, man. I really don't know. I don't know what the solution is. I mean, the easy thing to be said is just these guys need to be performing better. They need to perform better that are on the current roster. I mean, we need to get more out of Tyler Fitzgerald. We got to get more out of Matt Chapman. We got to get more out of Willie Adames. You got to get more out of Elliot Ramos. You got to get more out of Jung-Hoo Lee. Jung-Hoo Lee struck out 3 times last night, which I did hit on the over on him. I went over half. So essentially, you just got to get one, a hit, run, or RBI. So he did end up getting a hit last night. So I did end up cashing in on that. But yeah, man, I mean, all these guys in this offense right now are pressing. They're going through it. It's that time of the year. How do they weather it, and how long can they withstand? Because last night, Logan Webb, right? Tonight, you got Landon Root. Tomorrow, who pitches tomorrow? Tomorrow's will be Kyle Harrison. And then Thursday you got Robbie Ray. Robbie Ray has kind of been the unsung hero of the pitching staff for the Giants. So I mean, you got good pitchers coming up. The confidence of these young guys. Landon Root has looked really sharp his last couple of outings. Kyle Harrison, against this Padres team, I don't know. I don't know how well that's going to go. We'll have to see. But how long can they withstand this offense being a net zero? How long can it last to where, is it a week? Is it 2 weeks? Is it at the end of the month where we're talking about this team as being a 500 team again? Like right now we're sitting at 6, but it can definitely change rapidly with the Giants going against the Padres, the 3 games remaining in this series. Then you got the Braves coming into town. Then you go to Colorado. That's not an easy thing. It's the Colorado Rockies, and they're barely a baseball team. But it's in Colorado. We've seen weird things happen in Colorado before. So, I mean, that's not an easy series. And then after that, they go from Colorado to Los Angeles for a 3-game set. it can get ugly really quickly. Now, I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer. I'm not trying to bring everyone down on a Tuesday morning. I'm just trying to be realistic, man, because I'm just trying to set the expectations. I believe that the Giants will be able to fight off longer than this stretch of games, right? I feel like they'll still be in contention, right, when we start talking about stuff in August and September. But this is the week where they need to they need to they need to they need to pull their heads out of their ass, and they got to show that they are a contender. They got to show that they are a team worth caring about in the National League, or else it can fall out of their hands quicker than we expected. So I don't know how long they can last. But let's go ahead and go back to the YouTube chat. Sorry, I got on my little rant because Wes talked about Bomel. Well, yeah, Wes, if you're still in here, dude, let me know what do you think Bomel can do, and is Bomel on the hot seat if this Giants team doesn't perform well down the rest of this season? Let's see what else we got going on. Matos hitting a home run and gets sent down the next day is a Farhan type move. Yeah, dude. You know what, Rockin'? I thought about that immediately too because after I think Mike Val brought it up last night. After the game that he had, he was literally the offense for. He saved the Giants from losing a series against the Marlins. I mean, it was huge. Even Bob Melvin said that 3-run homer felt like a 20-run shot. You know what I mean? Like he's pressing as a manager. And the fact that he got sent down, again, I don't read into it too much like the Farhan era. I just think that it's more developmental. They want this kid. They want him to be a part of future plans. And it makes sense to keep the lefty. As much as I hate it, makes sense to keep the lefty on the roster because the Giants just don't have that in their arsenal right now when it comes to the offense. Let's see what else. What about a catcher that can hit? Oh, Lori bringing it up. Yeah, that's another touchy subject. We'll get into that when we got more time. Actually, I got plenty of time here, but we'll definitely get into that at another point. I think, yes, it would be ideally. This is just my short answer version of getting into Patrick Bailey and getting into the catcher position. My short answer is that, yeah, I would love to have a catcher that can hit. But the things that Patrick Bailey can do to this pitching staff cannot be understated. Now, when robot umps become a thing, maybe the value of a catcher like Patrick Bailey is gone, and you just want to get someone that can catch a ball and hit you 25 bombs, right? And not run, and like a Benji Molina type. You know what I mean? A Salvador Perez type guy. To where they're not going to run the bases, they're not going to do anything else. All they're going to do is be someone behind the dish and hit bombs. Maybe we get to that point when robo umps come into the fold, and who knows how soon that is. It might be as soon as next year, the next coming years. But as of right now, how Major League Baseball is called, he has a lot of value and a lot of value and a lot of trust with this young developing pitching staff. I think Benji Molina being around when he was for the development of Matt Cain, of Tim Lincecum, I guess he wasn't there for Bumgarner, but of that young core, Jonathan Sanchez, being around for those guys, I think was huge. Having a catcher that you believe in and that you have confidence in, and that if you put it on the margins, 95% of the time, he's going to get you the call that you want. I think that is something, and it's also, having Matt Chapman at the corner, it was, in theory, having Willie Adames on that left side of the infield as well. Having a good defense behind you puts a young pitcher at ease as well. So just going back to the catcher, he does so many good things defensively that, yes, I'm willing to be there for Patrick Bailey and vouch for Patrick Bailey to be on this team, even if he's a net zero in the offense, even if he's not hitting. But the problem is You can't do that. You can't have that strategy if you have other guys in the lineup that are doing the same thing. It's okay to have one guy do it. You can't have three. You can't have four. That's where the problem comes, and that's why Patrick Bailey is standing out a lot more than he would be if other guys in the lineup were producing. So if these other guys start to produce, I mean, that's great. And yeah, when robo umps come into the fold, maybe there's a reevaluation at the position as to what you want out of it, right? Do you want someone that is good defensively? I mean, still, guys don't run on you, so I mean, that's another aspect of pitching and defense that's holding that's saving you a 90 feet. So I think that Patrick Bailey still does have a lot of value, even if it goes to robot umps, just because of the factor of holding on runners and not letting them get to second base, and the fear of him throwing them out. I think that you have to factor that in. But yes, a catcher that can hit, Lori, I would love to see it. I would love to see it, but right now you just got to deal with Patrick Bailey, and I don't think they have anything in the pipeline as far as like backup catchers or anything. I don't think that's anything that's on their mind. Let's see what else we got going on here. Bailey needs to stop switch hitting. That's another thing too. Rockin', 100%. Want a snag, but what a snag, yeah, dude, for sure. Let's see, nice hit. Not necessarily blaming. Oh, here we go, Wes. Not necessarily blaming Bomel, but someone has to be accountable for this stale approach to the games. No, I hear you. I hear you, Wes. And I don't think that he's shying away from. I don't think he's shying away from accountability at all. I think that Logan Webb is wearing it. I think that Matt Chapman is wearing it. I think Bob Melvin is wearing it. Hell, even Willie Adames is wearing it a little bit. And it's a tough position to be in. It's definitely a tough position to be in right now. But there's still 6 games above 500, and I know that it's been a tough stretch of games like over the last month. Now they're what is it? I think it's 21 and 23 over the last month or so. Actually, no, that's not right. I forgot my number. Oh, I think it's 13 and 15 now over the last month. 13 and 15. So it's a rough stretch of games, man. It's really rough. Let's see what else we got going on here. Going over the bridge, by the way. I don't know how the connection is for me. How has the connection been, by the way? Everybody that's in the YouTube chat. What's up, Rockin'? What's up, Wes, Lori? Anybody else that's in here? How is the connection looking? Is it better than my home studio? Wouldn't that be ironic that my connection would be better than what my home internet is? I'm going off of a hot spot right now. So let me know what the connection looks like, guys. Going over the bridge right now. This team is good. Keep your eyes on the road. Hell yeah, dude. 100%. Connection is better than last night. Hell yeah, dude. Really love to hear that. I got to figure something out with that internet connection, man. I really don't understand what the hell the problem is with the internet connection. I really don't get it. And the fact that I'm getting a better connection this morning while I'm on the road, it's a little concerning. I maybe got to call my internet provider, see what's going on with the internet. What else is? Yep, connection is good, solid connection. Perfect. Still hear you. Choppy at times. Okay, I hear you. Choppy at times, but you can still hear me. All right, that's good. That is good. AJ Cruz, what's up, AJ? No cruise line available this morning. Yeah, no cruise line this morning. So yeah, we'll definitely get that up. No cruise line on Thursday either. So, but if you want to stop by, the ballpark, I'll get you on the stream. How about that? That'll be the that'll be the reward for showing up to 58 Social. We'll be out there on Thursday. And again, I was riffing with the Gregs, with Silver and Papa and Silver. I was riffing with them. I said, hey, I hope we're not fighting off a sweep on Thursday. It's only one game. It's only one game. But I do get a little concerned. I do get a little concerned. Dylan Cease, by the way, is on the mound on Thursday. That should be a really good game. Robbie Ray on the mound on Thursday. Dylan Cease on the mound for the Padres. Manny Machado didn't get his last night. You figure he's going to get one tonight. So I'm probably going to put in that bet in Walt's wagers. I don't have any bets for you tonight. We'll actually get into some bets. Doesn't the NBA Finals start on Thursday? We'll get into some bets. I've been cashing in on some of those over-unders. Although the Jalen's, just switching subject now, the Jalen Brunson and Jalen Williams pissed me off to no end for a straight week because they were the only freaking leg on all of my bets that would not hit, regardless of whatever I was trying to do. We're good. Regardless of what I was trying to do, I'd go the under, they'd go over. I'd go the over, they'd go under. I'm just like, you guys are so freaking inconsistent. They pissed me off. They pissed me off to no end. But love to bet on some basketball. I haven't bet on hockey. That's not really my thing. But all right, let's see what's going on here. And by the way, if you guys are concerned because of the camera move, don't be concerned. It's just I hit the brake because cars were braking like 30 feet in front of me. I'm a safe driver, just so you guys know. I'm a good multitasker. By the way, you guys all see me in the KMBR YouTube on the brake slide now. You see how good of a multitasker I am. Which by the way, I don't know how I feel about me being on camera. How do you guys feel about seeing my mug for 5 straight minutes in the brakes? It's kind of weird. I have to readjust. Like I got to do my hair and shit now. Like I got to look presentable, which I didn't do my hair today. So got my hat on, but I can't look like I just rolled out of bed anymore. I have to actually look presentable at the office. So that's great. You guys like seeing me on the stream? I thought you were Canadian. No, I'm not Canadian, bro. My Blue Jays though. My Blue Jays, hell yeah. My Maple Leafs, they didn't make it. They didn't make it to the somewhere. John Joe Curley is cracking up while I'm talking about my Maple Leafs and my Blue Jays. He finds that hilarious for some reason. I don't know. He's a funny guy. I love John Joe. What was I talking about? I don't even remember what the hell I was talking about. Oh, if you're concerned about the camera falling, it's just because I hit the brakes and I had my iPad propped up against my my backpack. It was propped up against my backpack. My backpack shifted, iPad fell, and I caught it. So again, multitasker, and now I'm holding the iPad. So yeah, we're getting across this bridge right now. Getting close to you guys all coming out to Daly City. Which, by the way, just switching gears. Now I'm just getting all over the damn place. OCD's setting in. Getting all over the place, or not ADHD, not OCD. Which I might have both. I don't know. Would you guys be down? I've been trying to pitch this to everyone at the KMBR studios. Would you guys be down? Because we have a baseball field. What was it? March Bach? Was it March Back Park? Wherever Madden called the best baseball field or best field in America. I think Sacred Heart plays their games there. I'm assuming it's open to the. I mean, I've seen people just walk on there during the show. Would you guys be down? And I would love to do it officially as a KMBR thing, but I don't know. People think I'm riffing. I'm just like, no. I mean, I think this would be a really good, really cool community engagement thing. If it was KMBR versus the listeners, like, would you guys show up to that? Would you guys KMBR versus the listeners, adult softball? Would you guys be down? I would be down. We got to get Pat H in there with his healthy foot. Hopefully he doesn't end up on the IL again. Got to get Pat H in there. Got to get AJ Cruz out there. Got to get Ernie out there. Got to get Rockin', Wes, everybody. Got to get Mike Val. Get Mike Val out there. Would you guys be down? I'd be down to do that. I don't know if you guys would be down to do that. I've been trying to pitch that. I've been trying to say, dude, we got to do KMBR staff versus the listeners, and it'll be board ops. It'll be some hosts. It'll be sound editors. You guys can meet the crew, which I'm sure most of you guys already know the crew by now. We'll get a Danny Dunn mug out there. Hell yeah. I think that'd be a lot of fun. But every time I brought it up, I kind of like looked the other way. I'm like, this is a great idea. We have a ballpark right outside the studio. Why don't we utilize it? What are we doing? It would be even better if we can do it at Oracle Park. But that's outside of the box thinking, and that might be shooting way too high. Would you guys be down? Would you guys be down for that? I'll have to check the comments when I park. But you guys let me know. We're getting close. Getting close here. What time is it? Is Silver in here? What's up, Silver? I don't know if Silver's in here. He might be checking like what I'm doing. Let's see. The drive to Daly City, for those of you who know, we've moved from downtown San Francisco to Daly City. KMBR is we. The drive isn't too bad. It actually, especially when I'm talking to you guys, when I'm talking to just Giants baseball, I wonder how many cars think that I'm crazy right now. Well, I guess people talk on Bluetooth on their phones all the time anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But like the ones that can peek in and see that I'm recording myself, they're probably like, what the hell is this guy doing? Fuck, who does this guy think he is? People must think I'm weird. Just talking to myself, just yelling about the Giants. If only they knew. If only they knew. That's what I got to do. I got to get QR codes plastered on the car to tell them to subscribe and to listen to the conversation. I'll be a driving billboard on the Bay Area. But anyway, going back to my drive to Daly City. For those of you that don't know, I used to actually live, like from where we broadcast, I used to live maybe 8 minutes away. The exit before John Daly, the exit before used to be the exit that we would get off on to go to my house. Wow, these cars don't know how to drive. Ooh, is there something going on 280? Oh, hell no. There's a lot of traffic right here. What's going on? But yeah, so I used to actually live in the area, so it kind of feels like I'm going back home a little bit. I mean, this was years ago. Like, I haven't lived in the city since 2004. So I mean, shit, we're talking 20 plus years. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, I mean, it's always special. I never usually go down this way when I'm in the city. I mean, Embarcadero and Mission Street, downtown Mission, was essentially, my cutoff. Like, I wouldn't really venture into the city as much. So let's see here. 12 minutes to Daly City. Why is everybody? I think these people just don't know how to merge and don't know how to drive. Let's get over into this lane real quick. Daly City. But yeah, so the drive is actually not bad. I have drove in since we moved 3 out of 3 days, and it's been fine. And if I'm able to give you guys some content here, driving in, talking some Giants baseball, and just talking about whatever the hell we want to talk about, taxi cab confessions, passion for the, I don't know, I'm not as clever as you guys. You guys come up with all the passions. Give me a passion for something on the freeway. That passion, I don't know. Passion for the parking lot. So that's essentially what it is at the toll plaza every morning. So that's all I got. That's all I got. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll be here every week. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. Derek Papa popping in here. I saw Papa in there. Got a nasty glare on my I think it's on my screen because the sun is right there. I got a nasty glare on my iPad, so I can't really read the comments. So I'll go through all the comments. So you guys just let me know what's going on, and I'll revisit it. Yeah, I haven't done BART to Daly City yet, and I don't know if I want to. Honestly, I mean, being on BART for like 30 minutes before was a pain in the ass. Now I got to do it for an hour. I don't think I want to do that. I think I'd much rather drive. Especially if I could talk some Giants baseball with you guys on Passion for the Pastime. Let's see what else we got going on here. What a beautiful day. Marvelous day in the BAY. Coming live from the 650. Doesn't sound the same. Doesn't sound the same when you put different area code in it. Slide to Oracle Park and catch a vibe. That song is a banger. It did grow on me. I didn't like it at first. I think it's a banger. I like me some Lil Russell. I think Lil Russell was actually coming out to Martinez. I don't know if he did already. I thought it was in June, so it might be coming up close. But Lil Russell, he's coming out to Martinez. If you guys are going out to that, maybe I'll see you there. I don't have tickets or anything. I'm just saying, just talking out loud. What are you guys talking about in the YouTube chat? I have FOMO now because I'm just talking to myself, being a responsible driver and looking at the road, but not being able to read the comments right now. You guys are probably talking mad ass, but I hope you guys are ripping into Derek because I did see Derek pop into the chat. Which, by the way, Derek, take care of my headphones, bro. Derek is the just peel back the curtain a little bit. KBR Studios. Derek is the last person to use my headphones every day, right? I don't think I've actually touched my headphones since we moved to Daly City. And he comes in every morning asking, he comes in every morning asking, hey, can I borrow your headphones? I was like, I don't have them. You were the last one to touch them. He's like asking me, he's going to lose my headphones one of these days. And you know what, Derek? I'm going to charge you for it. You can afford it. But yeah, it's always fun. It's always funny because he always comes in. He's like, "Can I grab those cans?" I'm like, "On my head or elsewhere?" We always got a riff. But then I'm like, "Dude, I haven't had my headphones in like a week. You were the last ones to touch them. I don't know where they are. I'm using some headphones that I don't even know whose headphones they are. I kind of stole them, so." I didn't steal them. They're company property. It says Cumulus on it. I don't take it home. I just leave it there. But yeah, Derek, take care of my headphones, bro. Jesus. Let's see what else we got going on here. We're almost there. We're almost to the studio, my boys. Then I'll go through the. This car's driving pretty quick. How about the race? You guys think I could take him? It's a Honda Accord. I'm in a Ford Mustang. He wants to race me. What a loser. Anyways, let's see. Getting close. Giants. Going back to the Giants, man. That felt good. Did that feel good for you guys? Did it feel good to get that off your chest? Which, by the way, I won't feel bad at all if you guys go over to John Lund's pod. I'm pretty sure that he's started by now. It's almost 8:40. Yeah, that's usually when he pops on now, like 8:30. Go say hi to John for me, will you? Tell him I said hello. But I appreciate you guys being in here and listening to me, watching me drive to work, first of all, and then listening to me vent about the Giants and my frustrations. Because they pissed me off last night. I mean, not to the level of rocking, throwing a sundae, throwing your Ghirardelli. I would never. That is gold. That's like throwing a beer, almost. A beer you can. But you know what? I might actually be willing to part with a beer more than I am with a sundae. Is that crazy to say? So, what's more expensive? I think a beer is actually more expensive at the ballpark. But yeah, you know what? I might be. Okay, here's the thing. I wouldn't be willing to throw away an entire beer, but if it's like drunk down below the halfway mark, I'd be willing to part with it more than I would be a Ghirardelli sundae. That's my take on that. You got to prioritize the Ghirardelli sundae. Got to have your priorities in line. You know what I mean? Oh, there's the tunnel. That's the tunnel that I never noticed there was a tunnel there. Shows how much I drive over here. I found the tunnel. Yes, it is before the tunnel. That is an inside, not a joke, but an inside conversation for someone that is watching the stream. It is before the tunnel. All right, so we are at the stoplight. Let's see real quick what we got going on here. I did see Derek come in here. Light's still red. Let's see. Man, you guys been talking for a minute. Hold on. Let's see. Yup, NBA final, easy win. Yup. Let's see. Looks like he's gonna get. Yeah. Oh, let's get to the. Okay, there we go. That's the start of it. Easy win. Yup, NBA finals Thursday. Yes. Thought you were Canadian, not not Canadian. Hell yeah, dude. Canadian at heart though. I do like some playoff hockey. We don't mind the mug on the camera, Walter. Curly Fries is the man. Hell yeah, dude. Love me some John Joe Curly. Let's see here. Okay, gonna keep going. Almost at the garage, guys, and then we'll wrap up the thoughts on the Giants. What do you guys think going into tonight's game? Landon Roop on the mound. I forget who's pitching. The name of the kid for the Padres. I forget. But I know that he's only started like 3 or 4 games, or I think he started 3 games, and this will be his 4th, or he started 4 games. Point is, he's fresh meat, and he'll probably go 5 or 6 innings strong against this Giants offense and get like 5 Ks. That's my prediction. Whoa, car's trying to turn. There's a lot of cars coming in here, my guy. My goodness. Oh, it's an Uber driver, of course. Uber drivers are the worst. Oh, dude. That's a terrible turn. There we go. I should do you know what? If I do this more often, which I won't do it too often, got to be safe. But if I do this more when I'm driving, you guys will be able to see the absolute road rage that I experience with dumbass drivers. You guys will see that in full bloom. If I, especially during Bay Area traffic, but during rush hour, dude. Oh my God, that will be insane. That will be. Don't watch with your kids. You know what I mean? Like, definitely gonna have to censor myself. Let's see what else is going on. Is that Papa? No, that's not Papa. Shit, I thought that was Papa. Papa hasn't told me that. Although I haven't looked at my phone since I've been driving, which I always do. So who knows if Papa's coming in the studio today? I haven't checked. But let's go ahead and park. We are parked, baby. All right, we are here. We're here at KMBR Studios. And let's see what else we got going on here. What's up, guys? What's up, everybody? Hell yeah. Still working. Oh wait, hold on. I forgot that I put the mic on the seatbelt. So I just sent you guys. You guys heard a big crash. All right, now we're good. All right, let's see what else we got going on here in the YouTube chat before I get on out of here and go actually do my job. Curly fries, Derek's mug on the camera might be a different story. I agree with that. Played on that field, bro. March Bank. There it goes. March Bank Park. Yeah, we're gonna get a game going. You guys down with that? Did I hear my name? You rang. That's what I hear. Derek Papa. What's up, Derek? Good to see you, bro. Let's see. Derek. Studio versus the bros. Let's get it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, that's it's like that. Rockin'. Oh, you guys are funny. It's the Dirty Work star, Derek Papa. Yeah, look at that guy. What I forget what it was, but it was last week. Somebody introduced them to Derek, and then and Derek had a funny line. I forget what it was though. Anyways, let's see what else. I mean, AJ Cruz and our negative Nancy's. Hell yeah, dude. Let's do it. Yes, cheerleader all the way. Okay, Glory. Thank you. Yeah, we have nothing nice to say, even though it's our opinions, man. Yeah, perfect. That softball game was my idea, by the way. But the way, was it your idea, AJ? I don't know, man. I said it pretty early, bro. Let's see. Well, you know what? We've been talking about a softball game. So actually, AJ, you might be right, bro. Because I think we've been talking about a softball game like before the move. Like we were talking about it a long time ago. Hell yeah. Let's see. If the filth wins, we take over the airwaves for a day. Dude, that would be incredible. That would be incredible stuff. That the filth just takes over. You both are no Otis Bird. Oh yeah, where's Otis? Where's my guy Otis? We got to send the bat signal out for Otis. Where's my guy? He's probably with John Lund. Let's see what else we got going on here. Those are facts, by the way. Hey, it's Otis's birthday. Hell yeah, dude! Is it really? Those are facts, by the way. Give Otis a shout out. Today is a birthday. Happy birthday to Otis Bird, my favorite person, my favorite smile in the YouTube chat. Love to see that guy smile. Otis Bird, happy birthday to you, my man. Turning a young 21. Is that how old Otis is? Love me some Otis. Let's see what else we got going on here. Yeah, QR codes. All time, I miss Daly City Bar Station. Going to SF State. Yeah, I mean it's okay. I've been to the bar station. I've been to the movie theater quite a couple of times. Actually, the first movie that I watched in that movie theater, if I am correct, I have to fact check this, but I want to say the first movie theater or the first movie that I watched in that theater right down the street was Undercover Brother. That was the first one that I watched with my uncle. Which I mean, you're trying to figure out how old I was when the movie came out. My uncle took me to watch South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. That was 1999. I was born in 92. I was 7 years old. So I experienced a lot of movies that I probably shouldn't have gone to see in my youth. Shout out to my Uncle Rick, which, by the way, he is an usher at some of the Giants games. So if you ever see a guy, Richard Q, that's my uncle. That kind of looks like me. I don't know, not really. But yeah, no. If you guys see a Richard Q being an usher at the ballpark, that's my uncle, and he is the one that introduced me to Undercover Brother. It was a great movie. Jesus, this podcast is dangerous. I encountered Walt to do this again, which I still have not been given credit for. But I can't condone podcasting while driving. Podcasting while driving is a crime. Kids, watch the road. Yeah, thank you. Passion for the poutine. Hell yeah. Derek, just to set the record straight. Okay, we did have a conversation last week. And we did talk about it. He asked me why I wasn't doing it. I told him why I wasn't doing it. I told him what was going on. I mean, he knew everything that was going on. Anyways, I was planning, and vouch for me, guys. AJ, Ernie, Rockin', vouch for me. I've been telling you guys to keep a lookout first week of June, like 3 weeks ago. Call me a liar. tell me, let Derek know that this has been in the works. He did give me added motivation. Yes, he did. He made me feel good. But we've been planning to come back. We've been planning to come back for years. So for a couple of weeks here now. So Derek, I do appreciate you. Yeah, encouraged. Yeah, I know what you meant, Derek. Let's make Del Cielo meetup happen again soon. Yeah, no, we definitely will. We'll make that happen sooner rather than later. We will. I'm definitely down. You hit me up the dates, and we'll definitely get that going. Having call-in lines in your podcast is a game changer. Just saying. Hell yeah, AJ. No podcast tonight, or I'm sorry, no phone line today. Don't have the capability of doing that, but love having the cruise line. I knew about KMBR moving. I knew about KMBR moving first, Walter. I actually told them to move. I said Daly City is a great place. Let's see what else we got going on here. He'll be at outside land. Even Walter is telling us to rip Derek. Yeah, I did. Hell yeah, I did. Why wouldn't I? What I'll lose. The headphones are fine. Lund has fallen off. No. Lund is great. Lund has been doing a great job. Let's see what else we got going on here. Tacky would find you. Let's see. Yes, feel better. Ready for a better game tonight. Thank you for making the commute tolerable. Be safe. Let's go before the time. Yeah. Thank you, Lori. Have a good one. Be safe today. Why you wake up so early? Also, why posted for a month. So, I was talking about it last night. Fat A's. What's up, Fat A's? I was talking about it last night. Doing the work that I was doing and other stuff going on in my life. I just wasn't able to put in the effort, put in the energy that was needed for a podcast every day. So I wore myself down 100%. I'm not gonna lie about it. I wore myself down. There was other things that was going on that I prioritized more as a human being. So that's why I wasn't doing it. But I am back. We will be doing it. It won't be every day. It will be sporadic, right? That's why I'm saying you got to set your notifications. You got to have hit a like button if you've been here with me for the last hour and 7 minutes. Appreciate you guys all sticking by. But set your notifications because, for example, last night we went live at 4:30, right? I think it was 4:30, 4:35, somewhere around that. And we talked some Giants baseball. This morning, the game last night pissed me off. I felt like I had to talk about it. We came on this morning on my morning drive to work. It's not going to happen every morning. It's not going to happen every night. But we will be live at some point. And when we are live, it's going to be a fun time. It's going to be, just us getting together, boys getting together, a family getting together, talking some Giants baseball. We're going to have a good time when we do it. And that's why you want to set your notifications for whenever I do go live. And follow me on X, on Twitter, at Walleezy, WALLEEZZY. You can see it there on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. Go ahead and follow me there if you want to get any more updates as far as when the podcast will be airing. We won't have a show tomorrow. But we will have a show Thursday. We will have a show Thursday leading up to Papa and Silver as I get everything set up at the patio at 58 Social. We'll be live at 58 Social from 10 to about 12:15. That's when we will be live with Papa and Silver during the 10 a.m. show. But we'll be live here on the podcast, Passion for the Pastime. Maybe a cameo from Papa, maybe a cameo from Greg Silver, and whoever else will pop in. Maybe we'll get Barbara maybe we'll get Mary Jane on the podcast as well. Some regulars there at the patio. And if Pat H comes by, maybe we'll get Pat H on there. If we're rocking, we'll get anybody who wants to say hello on the podcast on Thursday. But we won't have a podcast tomorrow. It will be Thursday live from 58 Social. And it'll be roughly around 9 o'clock. It'll be roughly around 9 o'clock up until the start of Papa and Silver live from 58 Social. So thank you for asking. Really appreciate it. And yeah, I'm glad that you are back here after a month hiatus. Really, lightens my heart or brightens up my day to see that you guys are still here after a month of not doing anything. I did miss it. I did miss talking to all you guys on a regular basis. So we will do it semi-regularly. It won't be every day. But like I said, if you have the notifications set, you'll be good to go. You'll find out when Passion for the Pastime goes live when we do. So let's see what else we got going on here. Mount the pad on the dashboard. I should do that, but I'm about to get out of here, Wes. So we'll do that next time. We need to see the road. Oh, okay. That's what you're saying. You want to see me driving? Okay. We can figure that out. We can definitely figure that out. Let's see what else we got going on here. How come you're doing this early? People wake up at 11 a.m. Damn, that's crazy. But if you do, wake up at 11 a.m., the good thing about YouTube is that it's there for you. You won't see it live, but everything that we talked about, it is archived. It is on the YouTube page, so you can go back and watch it. But again, this isn't going to be an everyday thing. We're not going to do it early all the time. It's just going to happen here and there. So tape it to the steering wheel. Yeah. Let's see. Can you read the chat, please? Yeah, I've been reading the chat. What do you think? Stephen Kwan? No, I don't think they're going to get Stephen Kwan. DFA Wade, I'm with you on there. Where you've been for a month, just got into that. You better stop, Walter. We talked about it. Oh, did we really? Dude, I don't know, man. I got a short memory. How come KMBR doesn't acknowledge the chat on YouTube? We had a segment on it. I called it and complained about KMBR acknowledging the chat. I can't speak to KMBR, but I can speak to myself, and I definitely acknowledge the chat here on Passion for the Pastime. So yeah, man, what's up? Good to see you. Happy birthday to Otis. Hell yeah, happy birthday, Otis. Happy birthday to my wife as well. Dude, Rockin' is married. I forgot. Dude, I buried the lead. I almost said happy birthday. Happy marriage? What do you say to congratulations? Jesus Christ. I was like, what do you say to somebody when they get married? Congratulations, Rockin'. Dude, I forgot to do that. You got to call in the next time we have a show from the home studio. You got to call in and you got to give us the lowdown. And no hard feelings or anything, but I think my invitation got lost in the mail because I didn't have an invitation to your wedding. So no hard feelings. I'm just saying my invitation got lost in the mail. It had to have been if because Rockin' would never not invite me to his wedding. So but happy birthday to your wife, your newly wife. Let's see what else we got going on here. Tell me okay, Fat A's is on one this morning. What's up, Fat A's? Good to see you in here. Let's see, Walter, you got to put Derek in a headlock. Hell yeah, dude. We're glad you're back, Walter. Appreciate you. Walter KBR needs Marty Lurie on the patio again. Yep, talk to KBR about that. I have nothing to do with it. Let's see here. More like 2 months of abandoning us. Yeah, dude. What's funny is my last podcast. I don't know if you guys caught this, but I said I was gonna go get some milk, and I just left. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, it was a long time. It was April 8th, I think, was the last time that I did one. But yeah, for sure. So yes, we could chime in for the road rage. Hell yeah, 100%. WTF? Welcome back, Walter. What's up, Victor? Good to see you in here. Thank you, Walter. Hell yeah, I'll call in 100%. That'll be next year. Rockin' later, Walter. City Connect night. Hell yeah. My dog chewed it up, Walter. My bad. Dude. Tony, what's up? Hey, Tony, I'm in the parking lot, bro. I'm in the parking lot, baby. I'm about to come into work. Tell server to stop freaking out. I am here. I'm here at Daly City Studios. But everybody, I hope you guys all enjoyed this episode of the podcast. It was definitely a fun time last night, and it was fun connecting with all of you guys here today. So you guys have a good one. Be safe. And again, won't have one tomorrow. Won't have one tonight. But we will be back on Thursday live from the patio from 58 Social, 9 o'clock. Set your calendars and set your notifications. Remember to hit that bell button to have your notifications on for Passion the Pastime for whenever we come on here live. So you guys have a good one. Greg Silver is looking for me, sitting out the search party. You guys have a good one. Be safe, and we'll talk to you next time. And until then, go Giants.